Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, well, we're going to focus on some abdominals, some postural things, and we're going to be using some light weights and a mat, so have those close by too. But you also want water close by, take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you, which means that if you're not exactly on the same beat as me, that's okay. I want you to focus on form and technique, especially when it comes to strength training, because your form and technique is going to really dictate your success. So that's an important thing there. Okay, let's get started simply by tapping your toe. And as you're tapping your toe, think posture. Shoulders are back and down, chest is up, bracing in from your rib cage so your abdominals become engaged. Now reach one arm forward and then the other. Inhale and exhale. And now lift the leg up. So as you land down on the ground, it's a nice soft knee, which is a little bend in the knee. Inhale, exhale. Toes back down, reach across the chest, and reach forward, lift the leg up. One more time, toe tap across the chest. You have 4, 3, here's 2, and 1. Hold to the right, and roll through the foot, up, and down. One more time. Now lift the leg up off the ground. Let's engage the glutes for this one. 3 more. 2 and 1. Hold the heel down, stretch forward, feeling the stretch in the calf. Now turn to the front, toes come up, sitting down, bending your right leg, hinging from the hip and pressing the tailbone back. Deep breath up and exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, tailbone back, and back up to the center. Toe taps, reach across the chest. Now back to the front. Leg comes up. And toe taps, reach across the chest. You have 4, 3, 2, hold to the left, roll through the foot. One more. Now this time, lift the leg up off the ground, up. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold the heel down, lunge forward, deep breath. Exhale. Turn to the front, toes up, bending the left leg and hinging. Inhale up, exhale, press the tailbone back. One more, tailbone back, and center. Move the body around. Feet land right underneath the hips. Start with the arms forward, shoulders are back and down, and think only shoulder blades. Squeeze them together and release. We call this retraction. Squeeze back and release. Now notice my arms are not opening out to the side. My elbows are barely bending. So all the movement simply comes from the shoulder blades moving back and forward. 4 more. 3. And 2. Now 1. Now I'm going to turn sideways. It's easier for you to see me, but you can stay facing me. Feet are under the hips. Hinge forward, small bend in the knee. Starting off with the left leg. Bend the knee and push back and release. Now as you push back, contract through the glutes. Pulling in from the center and of course balancing on your foot. You could hold onto a wall or a chair. Either one of those would work too. And we have 4 more. Uh-oh, I lost my train of thought. And 3. Now 2. And 1. Whew. Okay, the other leg. Same thing. Hinge slightly, small bend in the knee. Leg goes back and contract through the glutes. Pulling in from the center. Inhale, exhale. I want you to feel your glutes tighten. So you have to do that from using your mind. You have 4, 3, and 2. Now 1. Back to center. Arms come out. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. One more round of a doll. Deep breath and exhale. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you can stay facing me, but I think it's easier for you to see me this way. Hinging, small bend in the knees, leg is bent 90 degrees, and contract from the glutes. So with my right foot, I have to utilize all my toes to touch the floor. Pulling in from the center. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Hinge, small bend in the knee, and contract the glutes. It's as if you're pushing your foot away from you, and you're pushing something really heavy. At the same time, bracing in from the center. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay, let's use our light weights. We're still standing. Again, I'm going to turn sideways. It'll just be easier for you. Feet are hip distance. We're going to do two different things. Small bend in the knee, tailbone is back so we have our neutral spine. We first hinge, back row, and then hinge back up again. And you hinge, back row, and lift. Now here's the tough part. I want you to try not to change what's going on with the knees. So the knees have a small bend, they stay that way so that the only movement from the legs comes from the hips. Up, and as you lift up, you can squeeze your glutes. Bracing from the center. Five. And 4. 3. And 2. And 1. Okay, for the next exercise, we're going to balance. So if you can balance without holding on to anything, great. And if not, you can lower one weight. That's up to you. Chest is up nice and tall. Simply bending the right leg. Now think about this hip joint. Hand comes up on the hip. Hip height goes up and down. Up and down. Now shoulder blades are back. You're utilizing all your toes of your left foot. Inhale one way, exhale the other. You have 5 and 4. There we go. 3, 2, and 1. The same thing on the other side. Hand on the hip. Bend the leg and hip hike up and down. Inhale and exhale. Both shoulders are back and down. You're using all your toes of your right foot. And of course, you're bracing in from your rib cage. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See, we all lose our balance. Now, bringing yourself to the side, but the key is to recover, or recovering from trying to lose our balance. That's what we want to get strong at. Now, feet are under the hips, small bend in the knee. Hinge first, back row, keeping the elbows very tight to the body, and lift up. And think of your retraction. So you're always keeping the shoulder blades engaged. Squeezing from the glutes as you stand. Inhale and exhale. 4 more. And 3. Here's 2. And 1. Excellent. So, oh no, I'm going to keep the weights. I forgot, we have one more balancing. Okay, so you can either drop one weight or keep them both. Hand on the hip, leg is bent, hip hike up and down. One of the most important exercises, and I was about to forget it. This is a good one. This is really important. Keeps our hip joint nice and strong. 4 more. 3, and 2. Now 1. The other side. Bend your knee and up and down. Shoulder blades are back and down, chest is up. And interestingly enough, that posture that I just said, shoulder blades back and down, chest up, that actually helps center our body, which helps us keep a lot of our balance. So good posture really helps. 3 more. And 2. Now 1. Yes. Okay, keeping the weights close by. And now it's time to lay them out on the floor, and you can get some water too. Starting with both legs straight out. Deep breath here, and exhale and hinge. Inhale and exhale. Cross one leg over, deep breath, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And the other side. Deep breath and exhale. And release. So bring yourself on your mat into what I call a tricep push-up position. We're not going to do tricep push-ups, we just want to get into the position. So your hips come down, but it's a nice straight line from the knees to the shoulders. You're bracing in from the center, keeping your neutral spine. So left arm is going to lead, and it's basically going to lower you to the floor. So you lower one elbow, the other, and then back up without changing what's going on in your spine. Lower down and up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Two more. One more time. And sit back. Now, for any reason, if that bothers your knees, you can always place a towel underneath your knees. You could do that for the exercise we're about to do as well. So let's bring our weights over. This time sitting up from here. Elbows into the sides, and they reach out and in. Out and in. Chest is tall. Reach straight out. I think I need to scoot a little bit towards you. There we go. Pulling in from your center, keeping the shoulder blades back and down. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weights. Hands come forward again. Position yourself well. This time leading with the right arm. Are you ready? Down and up. Paying close attention to your torso, that it's not moving, the hips are not going up or down towards the back, basically. The entire body moves as one piece, down and then back up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back. Now reaching for our dumbbells again, into the sides, chest up, reach out and in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering the weights here. Let's bring ourselves over to the side. Actually, I'll move those so you can see. All the way down and back. Start with the knees into the chest. And release the legs, hip distance. Hands behind the head. And simply start by hovering off the ground. So you're about an inch off the floor. And I want you to take your awareness into your hands and feel the weight of your head. It's about 8 to 10 pounds. So now take your awareness, because that's going to stay stable there. So now focus on the ribs. So the ribs are slightly open. I want you to squeeze them closed and down, and that lifts your upper body off the ground. Squeezing the ribs in and down. Inhale one way, exhale the other, so that your hands and your arms are just going along for the ride. They are not pulling on your head. They're just holding the weight of your head. Five more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. Allow your hands to go to the sides. Let the legs fall to one side. Keeping the opposite shoulder on the ground. And now back up into the other side. Opposite shoulder stays down. And back to center, both feet down. Hands behind the head. Now this time, hovering off the ground. So I want you to engage your ribs. One leg is up. And simply from the hip joint, go down and up. Down and up. As your leg moves away, that's when I want you to brace in tighter from the ribs. Full inhale, full exhale. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg, the other side. Up and down. And if you feel like you're getting tired, just lower yourself down, come right back up. Bracing in from the ribs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the head. The feet are hip distance. Hands by your side, shoulder blades go back, and pull up into a bridge. Now from here, as if you were standing, simply march. And as you're marching, the goal is to keep the straight line from the knee to the shoulder. So really trying to hold the hips up as you're marching. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hands go back to a basic crunch. Hover first. Now focus on the rib cage. Opening and closing. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Take the arms again. Let's allow those legs to go to one side. Think of this as just a brief intermission. And the other way. Back to the center, hands behind. Hover, stay here. Now squeeze from the rib cage. Starting with the left leg. Down and up. Down and up. So you're keeping that 90-degree bend, and the movement comes from the hip joint. At the same time, though, you're bracing in from the ribs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg, the other side. And again, if you want to lower your head and come back up, you can. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. 2, and 1. Lower down, feet come in, hip distance apart, shoulders are back, up into your bridge, line yourself up, and now march. So you can march at whatever pace you feel that you can hold the bridge position at its very best. Brace from the center, using your breath. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. Knees to the chest. Lowering one leg up. Tailbone into the ground, heel to the sky, and then reach for the leg towards you. Deep breath. And exhale. Now same leg crosses over and reach inside into a figure 4. Feeling a little bit more of the stretch in the left hip. Deep breath. Exhale. And release. Other side, leg goes up, tailbone down, heel up, and press the leg towards you. Inhale and exhale. And cross the leg over, reach in, and hold. Deep breath. Exhale. And hold. And release. Bringing ourselves over. Now back to all fours with your light weights in hand. And starting first by balancing the weight of the body, just balancing. Your knees are right underneath the hips, hands are right underneath the shoulders, taking hold of one weight. So now 3 points are on the floor, and those 3 points need to have the same amount of weight. Looking down, elbow comes in and reach forward and back. Out and in. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Now remember, these are weights. So the goal here is to be able to control the weight without feeling like you're going to struggle, but at the same time not feeling like it's very easy either. So if at some point you feel like you're struggling to push the weight, then that's when you lower the amount of weight, or you just lower the weight altogether. One more. And lower the arm, the other side, balancing your weight on all 3 points, and reach. Inhale and exhale. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, moving our weights back, lifting the body up on the knees. Elbows are in, one at a time, forward. So as you extend your arm forward, your shoulders still stay back and down. Pulling in from the center and using your breath as you move. Inhale and exhale. We have 4 more on each side. This is 1. And 2. 3. And 4. Weights go down. So bringing ourselves right back here, balancing your weight first, weight in hand, pulling in from the abdominals and reach out. Inhale, exhale, truly keeping the integrity of the neutral spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, balance your weight and reach. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now back up, elbows in, one arm at a time. Shoulders stay back and down. Five more on each side. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Excellent. Weights go down. Bring yourself over to seated. Now when you sit down, for right now, you can sit any way you want to. Legs could be out, they can be crossed, whatever feels comfortable. Start with one arm across the chest and hold here. So as I pull my arm across the chest, I'm actually pushing my shoulder down all at the same time. Release. Let's do that again. Now this time, release the right hand and give yourself a little bit of a twist. And the other side. Arm comes across, shoulder blades down and shoulder down. Release. Again. Now let go of the left and give yourself a twist. And release. Take one leg out, one leg is bent. Toes towards you, sitting up nice and tall. Feel that both hips are into the ground evenly, and then hinge forward and hold. Deep breath. Exhale. Now using the right hand, try to go left as far as you can. Chest is up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. And release. The other side. Both hips into the floor. Deep breath, nice and tall. Exhale and hinge. Again, inhale. And exhale. And reach across. Deep breath. Exhale. And release. Both feet coming together. We call this a butterfly stretch. Big deep breath. Exhale and hinge forward. As you're hinging forward, it's as if you're shifting your body weight forward where you feel your tailbone back. Keep the neutral spine and you will feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Release. Deep breath. Exhale. And now back into seated, into a side stretch here. So as my left arm goes over, my left hip pushes into the floor. Deep breath, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath. Exhale. And release. Other side. Up and over. Deep breath and exhale. One more. And release. Now extend the left leg, cross the right on the top. Inhale and exhale, hinge first with the left arm. Come up and rotate and hinge. Rotate, hinge. One more time. Hold here. And the same with the other leg. Deep breath. Exhale, hinge. Reach for the knee with your right arm and rotate. One more. And hold. And once again, placing your legs any way that you'd like to, whatever feels comfortable. Both arms go out and rotate around the wrist. Sitting up tall though, that part of it we have to all do. We all have to sit up straight. Now rotate the other direction, all the way around. And hands together, inhale. Exhale, fingertips press down. Feeling a stretch in your forearms. Now reach your arms forward and open wide. Feeling the stretch in the chest and shoulders. Let's do that again. Hands together, fingertips down. Reach forward, open wide. One more time. Deep breath and exhale. Forward, open wide. And release. Shoulders come up, back and around. One more time. Now hold the shoulders down, hands behind the head, deep breath. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big deep breath and exhale. And lift up. Slowly turn to the left, pulling back with the left elbow. And center, deep breath. Exhale, other side. And back to the front. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and you keep your body moving. Until next